Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? Welcome to my studio. My name is Aisling Brennan and I am an abstract painter. I'm London, UK based, and it's like the end of May and it's still quite cold, so I'm quite wrapped up today. I do weekly studio updates from my studio live to share what I'm doing and to share my processes of how I make paintings and give insight into what studio is like, because I get a lot of people asking me about this. I have a lot of buyers of my work, collectors of my work, I guess I should say, who are really interested in learning about the kind of background story and how the painting is made, rather than just receiving the finished painting. They want to know the thought process behind. So this is how I share some of that. So what's been going on? Really exciting, because everything is opening up again in the UK. So I have a group show opening next month, Inspire, at the Contemporary Gallery in Mayfair. It's amazing because my diary is starting to fill up with all these like exhibition dates again, and it's kind of a wee bit surreal. It's a funny one. So that opens, the private view for that is the 8th of June. If you fancy coming along, if you're around the London area, let me know. Do let me know. Pop me an email to hello@aislingdrennan.com. That's AISLING. And I can put you on the invite. It is like a ticketed thing because of COVID, but I think it's going to be really amazing. It's organised through Art Can, which is an art agency that I've been working with for the past couple of years. They do really great stuff to support artists, and they're growing and developing, and yeah, it's a great platform if that's something that you are interested in. And then next month I am exhibiting at the Battersea Affordable Art Fair with the Graham Hunter Gallery. So I've shown with the Graham Hunter Gallery in London quite a few times now. Graham has been a really lovely supporter of my work. I've been working with him for about 5 years. And yeah, it's wonderful because the relationship continues to grow as I mature as an artist. And yeah, he popped into my studio yesterday to have a look at the current work and to select a few paintings for the art fair. So again, if you're around London, let me know and I can get you some complimentary tickets, I think. If I remember, I need to read the email again, but I'm pretty sure there's some complimentary tickets that I can pass on. So I have been finishing this new series of work, and I started this work about 2 months ago, and I'm running this promotion. If you sign up to my newsletter, you will get preview access, and you will also receive a lovely discount when I release the paintings once they're finished. So they'll be finished. Half of them are going over to my photographers, and I've just got like 3 or 4 to finish, so I'm almost there. If you are already signed up to my newsletter, thank you, amazing. I'll be sending like an update, just intro newsletter tomorrow, latest on Friday, just to give you some details about the promotion and some other studio updates. So if that sounds good, if you want to sign up to my newsletter, please pop over to aislingdrennan.com and all the details are there. So I'm going to show you the work that will be part of that newsletter. So there'll be 4 paintings discounted on the newsletter, and then there is the whole new series is about it's about 16 paintings. They're all 40 by 40 centimeter on oil board, and they're made with charcoal, oil bar, and oil paint. I've been painting all day, so I'm a little bit discombobulated. So I'm going to show you, yeah, I think these 2 first, because these are quite bold and they've loads of personality, and they're like sort of screaming for a bit of attention, whereas a lot of the other paintings in this series are a lot quieter, they're a lot more soothing. So let's jump in with these ladies. So I've got paint everywhere, so I really don't want to get any paint. I shouldn't on these. So these are all on panel boards. There is some studio handling on the side, but that is easily taken care of with framing. If you like to see that, a lot of people do actually, they don't like to frame, they like to keep the kind of story of how the painting was made on the side. So, boom. These are loud, confident. They want to be seen. And what I'm really loving is the textures that play with that lemon oil pastel, sparked off by the orange oil bar. I have fun with these. This is why I'm giggling. I have fun with all the work that I make, and that's a really important element, that I'm playful with the work that I'm making. You can read my bio on my website if you want to know more about my work. And the sister painting of that. Now this one is a lot bolder. Even more confident, I think. So I'm playing with these big, dominant, heavy shapes, pushing and pulling into the background marks, playing with the paint, figuring out what I can do with it, how I can manipulate it. That's a big part of what I do. Yeah, they're confident, aren't they? Now let me show you these other two, because they're not as sort of, there's a lot of conflicting sort of, I feel like there's a lot of arguing going on between the paint marks and those two, which is fun. I think it's something that I'm going to scale up in the coming months after this series, and then I'll start playing with that a bit more in a larger space. So interestingly, I royally screwed up this one today. Just to show you that they don't always work out, right? This is my note for tomorrow. I leave notes on all my paintings, so I keep track of what I do. So I was really, really happy with the background color. This lovely kind of warm grey. And I sat with this for ages, trying to decide what I wanted to do with it. And it's not pulling together. It's not doing anything. It's really flat. I think the best thing about it is this heavy pulled paint mark here, because I like the conversation that's happening with these slimmer, daintier marks here. Like, that's quite interesting. But the rest of it, it's just not working. And that's a good thing to note. You know, it's not every day you come into the studio and it just, you know, it switches on, it works. It really doesn't. So this one will be painted over tomorrow and restarted. Now, this one is quite close to the first two that I showed you. So obviously I haven't titled any of these yet because they're brand new. I like this one. So I got to the point where I added these red, really strong red and orange marks. And, you know, that was quite strong, quite bold. So I really didn't want to do a whole lot more to it. I really enjoyed this push-pull on these background marks. That's a technique of like putting layers of paint down and then pushing back in through them into like tacky, almost dry paint, and pushing back in through them with your finger. A lot of charcoal blending with the oil paint, which is a really favorite technique of mine that I learned when I went to see De Kooning's retrospective in MoMA in 2012, I think it was. De Kooning was someone I looked at a lot when I was studying, and he had a really big impact on my painting practice. And if you look at his work, what always stands to mind for me, like, you can just see such a range from him as a younger artist to his mid-career to his late career, and to see the difference but still being able to join the dots and make the connection between the paintings he was making. You know, it was work that was really his own voice. Like, it was untouchable in a way, in my opinion. So yeah, really pleased with this one. The one that really, really worked for me today was a painting that I was actually quite intimidated by for a long time, because it's a new palette for me. And it's worked out really well, I'm pleased to say. Because I really wasn't sure about this palette. And also I'm working with pink here. Pink is not my color. I'm a redhead. I don't wear pink. You know, it's just never been on my palette. I'm sort of uncomfortable with pink. But I'm really liking this painting because I feel like there's a lovely, like a floating lightness to it. And it's something that I want to develop further. So I've done a lot of masking tape work. So you create these paint barriers by using masking tape. This is still wet, I have to be careful. By using these, you create paint barriers by using masking tape, which is something I really enjoy doing. And the push and pull again between the background, like bringing that relationship in and out, all those layers of paint. So I think tomorrow, and there's a couple of marks I'm thinking about doing with this painting tomorrow. They'll be very delicate, very small. So yeah, I'll see. But it's such a satisfying feeling when you come to the end of a painting day and you feel really excited by what you see. It's good. And then finally, I'm going to show you this one. So greens have been going well for me the last row. I've done about 4 of these for the new series. Each has moved on a little bit. They're nice, they're delicate, they're quiet, you know, they're nice paintings. They sit a lot calmer in comparison to like the first blue with a really wild red that I showed you. So that's what I mean about, I found a lot of diversity in making this series of paintings. I feel that I'm pushing the boundaries, like I'm trying to find different paint marks and different shapes that I really want to play with again. Like my practice is all about further development. Like I feel I should always be learning from each series of work that I do. Yeah. So that's what's going on this week. More paint on my hands. Thanks so much as always for tuning in and watching. I'm pretty new to YouTube. I'm much more active on Instagram, but I enjoy making little videos of my work and what I do. I love to share. I love to get feedback. So if you want to know more about me, please send me a message. You can pop over to my website, aisling.com, or my Instagram, send me a DM at aisling_drennan_art. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, happy Wednesday. Hope it's been a good week so far. How do I end this again? Oh yeah.